Hello there. Welcome to Wrexham University Virtual Open Day, organized by BWBS Education Consultants. We are live from London, and we are so excited to welcome you today for UK University admission process and course offerings by the Wrexham Glyndwr University. My name is Walid Hussain. I am one of the founder and director of BWBS Education Consultant. I'm introducing Mr. Anthony Wen, International Recruitment Manager of the Wrexham University. Hi, Anthony. Could you please introduce yourself?
Hi, everybody. My name is Anthony Owen. I'm the International Recruitment Manager from Wrexham Glyndwr University, and I'm going to give you a presentation on the university and be happy to answer any queries you may have about becoming a student and life in the university and within Wrexham in general.
Well, thank you, Anthony. I would like to give you a brief idea of what we are going to cover today in this live session. We will explore bachelor master's course pathway study opportunities in the UK at Glyndwr University. We will also look at important deadlines for the September 2021 intake, application processing time, universities' English entry requirements, universities' academic entry requirements, universities' own English test, if they have any, scholarships available for those students who has a merit scholarship, who has merit qualifications, and also they also provide international scholarship for the international students. We will discuss about accommodation, and last of all, we will discuss about COVID-19 update. There will be a question and answer session. All of the prospective students will ask us the questions, whatever they wanted to know, and we will try our best to give you answer. Let me tell about something about BWBS Education Consultants. We are British Council trained certified agent, and we are UCAS registered center. And our all admission services are 100% free. We give students a full application support, and we are representing 60 plus UK universities. Our head office based in London. We speak 20 different languages from our all regional offices from 12 countries. Our visa success rate is 98%, and our student satisfaction rate is over 99%. We try our best to provide guaranteed scholarships. We process applications as fast as possible, and also we try our best to organize the interviews, precast interviews, and also offer for getting the offer letter from the university. And we also have the student for the credibility interview and visa interview guidance, also UK visa application assistance, and also accommodation arrangement and airport pickup. Last of all, we provide the career guidance for the students who will graduate after the whoever will graduate from the university. So, Anthony, you can carry on now.
Okay, I'll take us into a slideshow, and I'll tell you a little bit about the university, what we think makes the university different, and the type of programs that you're able to do at the university. Okay, so if you just wait 1 second, I will share the screen with you. Okay, I think it's, and so we're sharing. Okay, so first of all, we have here, let me tell you about the university itself. Okay, so Wrexham University, Glyndwr University. So what we're known for is basically our dedication, one, for student welfare and affordability in course fees and cost of living. We are one of the most cheapest universities within the UK, both for tuition fees and for the cost of living in the Wrexham area itself. Okay, we are situated in Northeast Wales. We'll have a look at that in a second. Okay, so the university has its origins in the Wrexham School of Science and Art. So we've got a history going back over 100 years, going back to 1887. So we have a lot of history and a lot of experience. So the university has been functioning under its present name, Wrexham Glyndwr University, since 2008. Although a relatively young university, we feel that we've carved a niche for ourselves already as an innovative higher education institution, which offers applied courses leading to employability. We have strong links with very large industry and local companies, which we'll look at in quite soon. So our university on campus, it's a vibrant and friendly place, and each student's learning is specifically given personal attention, both in your social welfare and your academic welfare. So where does the name come from itself? Okay, the name comes from a Welsh prince going back to the early 1400s who was named Owain Glyndwr, and the university aims to champion some of the philosophies that he set. In Wales, he's a very famous person, and the university is proud of naming itself after this man. His ideals were all based on learning, internationalist, and as a nation builder. So we believe that those are the qualities that we like to inspire within our students. Okay, so his spirit lies at the heart of the university itself, where we set out to be bold, enterprising, and open to all in everything that we do. We believe delivering education from the main Wrexham campus is an essential part of both the local, the national, and the international curriculum. And we have been doing this, as I said, since 1887. We've come a long way since then, offering our first degrees in 1924. So where are we based? We have 2 campuses within Wrexham in North Wales. If you see the map, you can see where we're situated. We have 2 campuses called Plas Coch and Regent Street. Plas Coch is the main campus where we give our international students the programs that they enroll in. Okay, but we've grown since the 2008, and we have 2 extra campuses, one in St Asaph and another in Northup. All of them are within easy distance of the main campus. Some of our engineering programs and some of our animal welfare programs will be held in the campuses outside Wrexham town itself. Okay, as I said, we're a relatively small university, but we have a great sense of community and a fantastic support network for all students and staff. Okay, so where is Wrexham? It's North Wales. It's been named as one of the best regions by Lonely Planet. So as well as doing your studies, you'll have plenty of time to enjoy both the adventure that's available in North Wales. As you see on the right-hand side, it has the longest zip line in I believe it's in the world, if at least in Europe. And we're also well known for outstanding beauty and the history. We have the most number of castles than anywhere else in the world. So lots of places to visit. Okay, where are we? Well, we're situated, as I said, in North Wales. At the end of the campus is the general train station. And from that train station, you can be in Liverpool in 45 minutes. You can be in Stoke-on-Trent in 60 minutes, Manchester in 60 minutes. Manchester is the international airport where nearly all our students arrive from. And there's a direct train line from Manchester that will take you to Wrexham itself. And that will take you approximately 60 minutes. Okay, Wolverhampton and Birmingham, they're very close by as well. 90 minutes on the train, just over 1 hour by car. So many of our students arrive through Manchester and live around Manchester and Liverpool and commute into Wrexham itself for their classes. Okay, so as I said, we're an old university, but we see ourselves as a young body with an old head. As I said, established in 2008 with precursor institutions going back to the late 1800s. We have 4 academic schools with a highly diverse portfolio and for a small university, which reflects the ambition we have, which is becoming the university of and for North East Wales and the cross-English border. Okay, we have research centres aligned to those 4 schools, and we'll look at in a second strong industry partners who we work with and who provide very good skills experience for the students. Okay, who are the partners that we work with? We currently offer industry-led courses, okay, and we collaborate with these partners and they give us very strong support. They allow us to have work placements within the companies themselves, And also they contribute to the university, both in skills and in resources. So some of the main ones that we work with, Airbus. If you're doing an engineering, an aeronautical engineering course, it's a strong likelihood you'll have some connection with Airbus. There's a very large Airbus factory, which is just outside Wrexham itself. The BBC, we have a BBC station within the campus, and many of our students who are doing media and journalism actually work with the BBC. JCB, we have strong links with as well, and Kellogg's. They're just some of the companies that we actually work very closely with. Now, what happens with that is the students will go and work, and the experience that they enjoy within those companies is fed back to the university and allows us to update our programs to make sure that our programs keep the students at the top as far as employability goes. So we find it to be extremely successful. Okay, our community itself. Okay, the university is extremely proud of all the opportunities we provide to students from non-traditional backgrounds, so who want to enter university. Okay, more than half of our students study part-time. They're the national students. They're a leading, and we're a leading university for student diversification. We are #1 in the UK for student diversification and for student welfare. So we're also the first HE, higher education institute in North Wales, to become a Stonewall diversity champion. So we are very well versed in looking after both national students and international students from all walks of life and all manners of diversity. Okay, so our student support, it's vibrant, friendly, supportive community. Okay, we see students as the heart of the university itself, and our student support and welfare, we believe, is second to none. You'll enjoy a vibrant, friendly and supportive community focused on inspiring each person through our personal tutors. The fact that we're a relatively small university with a high number of teachers and professors within the university itself means you get a very high amount of teacher-student tutorial time. So you will find that you have, it's not one-to-one, but it's many students feel that it's almost as if it's a one-to-one situation with their tutors. Their tutors are always available for the students to go to for any queries they may have or any support that they need. Okay, so when you start your course at Wrexham, you will become part of this supportive group and friendly community. Okay, we guarantee you will have a warm welcome. Our national students from the UK love mixing with international students, both socially and within the classroom. So you'll find yourself fitting in extremely quickly and extremely easily. Okay, living and studying in a new country, we realize it can be challenging. So we give extra support to our students, and our student union is particularly aware of that and will be able and available for any help that the students may need. Okay, so your student life itself, you become part of a rich history of higher education in North Wales. Okay, so you, with a history of education provision going back over 130 years, as I said, the development of the campus has been a continuous process. And you will study in some of the same historic buildings. For example, our art and design is held in a building which was built in the early 1700s with some beautiful architecture. It's a grade 2 listed building. And then we have the most modern building where our media studies are carried out and where the BBC building is situated, and a commercial radio station also is situated. So some of these graduates have studied in before, some famous graduates, alongside many of the new facilities, okay, that we've developed over recent years. We are also at the moment investing over £65 million into developing the infrastructure and developing the resources and the buildings to make it as modern as possible. So development continues, and the university is currently in this process of over £60 million to ensure you will have the best facilities and the learning environment, okay? So the majority of the university services and facilities, as I said, as an international student, most of your programs would be based in the Wrexham campus. And we feel this is the best place because it's in the town centre, and it helps create a friendly environment and promotes a real sense of community amongst the students. Okay, you can see here some of the essential key facts that we have. So we have 52% of our students are undergraduate bachelor's degrees. Okay, 10% are studying postgraduate level, although that is growing at the moment. And 38% are studying on other undergraduate programs, including foundation degrees. Okay, so 53% of our students study School of Social and Life Sciences, 24% in computing, 14% in creative arts, and 14% in the business school. So we do have some very diverse programs within that school, within those schools, and I'm sure you'll find something which would fit your career aspirations. Okay, so what makes us different? What do we feel makes the university different? We are rated, as I mentioned, as the best in Wales and across the UK for social inclusion. So we are well aware of the needs of a student, especially an international student arriving within the UK. Okay, so we are the most socially inclusive university in the UK, according to the Sunday Times Good University Guide. That's part of our policy of making the student centre of our efforts. So we work closely with students. We have an award-winning Students' Union, as mentioned. We've won various awards with the Students' Union, again, looking for the welfare and care of students. We have an applied focus. We drive excellence and research informed through the delivery of an employer and industry-led course portfolio. As I mentioned, the close links we have with industry allows us to make our programs as career ready as possible. More than most universities, we get a lot of input from these large companies, and they allow the students to actually have work experience within the companies themselves. Okay, we put the students at the heart of what we do, and we provide vibrant, friendly, supportive community focused on inspiring each person through personal tutors. So we support and meet your needs in reaching your potential through academic excellence. What does that relate to? An 85% overall student satisfaction, which has been that since 2016 has been above or never below that rate. Okay, we are one of the most affordable universities in the UK to study, both in our study fees and the cost of living. So we have a silver award in the Teaching Excellence Framework, which would found the institution. We encourage high levels of student engagement with technology-enhanced learning and industry relevance in the curriculum. This is particularly important at the moment with COVID, where many students and many programs are still being held online at the moment. The idea for digital learning has been extended slightly longer. But we are in September, we are looking to start at least some hybrid form of education, which will include both digital and face-to-face. So you will have a chance to come on campus, meet the staff and meet your fellow students. Okay, so we're one of the top 10 risers in the UK. We climbed in 2019 an impressive 24 places in the Guardian University Guide. And for the same league table, our mechanical engineering course grew 26 places to take the #1 spot for the UK for course satisfaction. Education secured 2nd place, up from 4th for teaching satisfaction, and 5 other subject areas are #1 in Wales for teaching satisfaction, including the health professions, accounting and finance, computer science, and information services. Okay, as I mentioned, we have over £60 million currently being invested within the university itself. Not just that, but right next to the university itself is Wrexham Football Ground. Wrexham Football Ground has just been bought. I'm sure many of you have heard of the Hollywood actor called Ryan Reynolds. Himself and another Hollywood actor called Rob McElhenney have bought the football ground itself. And we actually hold sports programs, the FA coaching certificate, which is a degree. They are held within the sports stadium itself. The stadium is being invested in and is being invested to become a large national event place. So we're looking to have international bands to be playing in a place which is attached to the university itself. So the social life is certainly going to grow within the next couple of years. Okay, our academic schools. We have the Faculty of Creative Arts. Here, you can do art and design, creative media technology. You can do courses in humanities, journalism and media, and performing arts. So it's a very varied program selection there you could do under the creative arts. So we basically focus year-round events. We have summer degree shows. We do Ceramics Wales, which is a national competition. Focus Wales, another national competition. We have festivals. Our students exhibit in many, many places. And we are top in Wales, 12th for the UK for art, for an art course itself. So it's a very well-respected program and a very well-known faculty. Okay, social and life sciences, where we do psychology, pastoral sciences, youth in the community, where we do education courses, families and childhood studies, and land-based studies, with such things as architecture and geographic programs. We also do society, criminology, and social work. One of a very popular course that we do is forensic science, and that's an extremely popular course with international students. So the study areas we do: animal and plant biology, complementary medicine, education and families, health psychology, society, sport, as I mentioned, the football coaching degree that we do. We also do many animal science sports, where we do veterinary nursing and animal welfare. So we are linked with accreditations. Our courses, as you can see: College of Occupational Therapists, Federation of Holistic Therapists, British Psychological Society, and the Health and Care Professionals. Some very serious accreditations there which go with the degree courses. Next, we have our Applied Science and Computing and Engineering department, where we do areas of study which are applied science, built environment, computing, engineering, a very popular course with international students, especially the computing. And then finally, we have our North Wales Business School. Here we do business, finance, courses in hospitality, leisure and tourism, human resource management, and marketing. So our accreditations are with the Chartered Institute of Marketing, the Chartered Management Institute, and the Institute for Accountants. Okay, anybody that wants to go on to do research, we have some very good research facilities: the Centre for Applied Science, Engineering and Computing, the Centre for Management, the Centre for Media Arts and Design, and the Centre for Social and Life Sciences. Okay, so here's an overview of the research we do. And we do the Advanced Composites training, which is outside of Wrexham itself in one of our satellite campuses. But we do there a joint venture with Airbus, where we deliver research and teaching. So you could go through from a degree into a master's and onto a PhD, and you could stay with Airbus throughout that whole journey. Other ones we do: our Optical Research Centre is internationally known, where we do a commercial exploitation arm. We basically use that, and the students have the chance to get work experience in a real working environment. Okay, focused on design, assembly, and integration of ultra-precision engineering subsystems for client applications. And you can see the different types that they work on there. Okay, our fees. Our fees, as I said, we are very competitive with our tuition fees. Our undergraduate fees are at 11,750, postgraduate fees 12,500, an MBA is 13,000, and a MPhil PhD you can do for 13,000 to 17,000. So compare this to other universities where often you're paying 16,000 and above. We believe it to be very competitive. Also, our scholarship, we offer up to £2,000 in an international scholarship. Okay. In addition to the tuition fees, to know the average cost of living in the UK is just as important for a student's application when you're deciding where to go to study. Wrexham is one of the cheapest places within the UK for cost of living. We do have accommodation on site, on campus. Accommodation there starts from £115 a week for an ensuite single room in a pod of 6 different rooms on one floor with a shared kitchen and social area. In addition to that, there is another student hostel within the town itself, which is £85 a week. Or you can find private accommodation from anything from about £45 a week and upwards. So the living cost within Wrexham is very affordable, and that's what we find many students enjoy, the fact that they can come, they can study, and they find that their wallet or their purse is not hit so badly. Okay, we do ask and we do expect that on average you will need about £9,500 a year, including your travel expenses and your living expenses, to survive as a student within North Wales. Okay, so that's the university itself. I'm happy to take any questions and to give any more information that you feel you need.
Thank you, Anthony. It was very detailed and more informative. I would like to ask, shall I stop the sharing?
Yes.
Okay. Actually, I have a couple of questions before going to the students' questions.
Okay.
So a lot of students keep asking about the quarantine cost. There are some universities, they are actually offering them this cost £1,700, and the student will get the deduction from their total fees once they will arrive in the UK after providing the invoices. So Glyndwr is offering any sort of facilities like that?
No, in Glyndwr itself, what we offer is the chance to start your studies in country. So you can start your studies from your home country. So we allow that. So therefore, it's the student's choice. If you wanted to come to the UK while the quarantine from the red list countries, as they call it, is in place, that would be your choice. So you would need to cover the £1,700 and 50 yourselves. The reason for that, as I said, is that there's no need to come to the UK at the moment. The UK government are not necessarily advising people to travel at the moment. Hence, if you do travel, you have to go into a government-approved quarantine for 10 days. For that reason, the university has met and decided that we will allow our students to start their course at least until the quarantine period where students have to go into quarantine has passed. So therefore, you're able until at least about April, because it's been extended today, the opportunity to study in your home country. So it looks like this will go on until about April. So unless we say there are in-campus classes, then we will review the possibility that we will give you some sort of subsidy for the stay within the university, within the hotels. But at the moment, you have the choice of staying and study from home, or if you want to, you can come to the UK, but you would have to foot the bill for the hotel.
Yeah, thank you for the detailed answer. I also would like to ask you one more question, which is about the English language test. Due to COVID, many of our students are not able to sit for IELTS because of the test center. So what sort of English test do you accept?
We accept various tests. If you go to our website, you will be able to see the list of both CELT and approved language exams. We ask for students who are coming to do an undergraduate course, IELTS 6, if it's postgraduate, IELTS 6.5, but we also look at other ones such as Pearson, Cambridge, Trinity. Let's have a look. We also ask for the TOEFL, we ask for the International Baccalaureate, and depending on certain countries, we will accept English exams or exams from your home country that have had an English element. So, for example, the West African certificate, we accept that. For an undergraduate course, we expect a grade 6 and a grade 5 for postgraduate. Zimbabwean school certificate, again a grade 6 or a C for undergraduate, and a grade 6 or C for a postgraduate. The only thing we do ask is that the qualifications you have been taken in the last 3 years.
Okay, So, so any Y qualification or NACO, they
Yes.
must have to finish within last 3 years.
Yeah.
Time.
Yes, we asked for that. They took the exam within the last 3 years. If you have done your courses in the English medium, then we will look at that on an individual basis, because many countries, they've done their degrees or their schooling in English itself. So our admissions team, our immigration team will look at those on an individual basis.
Fantastic. And how about the Sri Lankan students requirement?
For English?
Yes.
For English, as I said, I can bring it on screen if you want, if we share it, and I can show you the. Let me just get. So I will find the page for you here, and we can share that screen.
I think you have to press the share button.
Yeah, I'm just finding the screen now, so I can share it. Okay, again, you can go to our website and the international department, and you will be able to. Is it sharing? Yes. So you can see here we have quite a long list of qualifications that we will accept. And if you've got any doubts, then certainly, send us an email and we'll check it for you. And again, if you have done any of your course within the English medium itself, then we'll look at that on an individual basis for you.
Okay, thank you. So let's go to the questions. Because I am from Sri Lanka.
Hi there.
Because what is this question? Okay. As Sri Lanka in red list, is there any help from the university? I think you
we just mentioned that. No, Sri Lanka being on the red list. If you start a course in September, many things can change between now and September. We don't know what's going to happen. But at the moment, the official line is that the university will allow you to start your studies in Sri Lanka itself. Okay. So there's no need for you to risk yourself by traveling and coming to the UK. So what we advise you to do in that case is to start your studies in the UK. And if you do decide to come to the UK, that's perfectly fine. But that would be your decision. And in which case, we would expect you to cover the bills for that.
We are very hopeful within 2-3 months. I believe everything will be okay.
Yeah, certainly. We're looking quite, as far as COVID is concerned, it's 3 or 4 months is a long time. Many things can happen. Luckily, at the moment, many better things and good things are starting to happen. As you may know, the UK has had a very successful vaccine rollout. A very large number of the UK population is vaccinated, which is making things a lot easier and allowing us to come out of restrictions on a regular and a constant basis. So we do hope that by September, things will be a lot better. We have to follow government guidelines. So whatever the government, sort of says within the higher education sector, we have to abide by. We certainly have to abide by. So we put your safety first.
Yeah, the UK quite improved a lot. Death rate is massively reduced, and infection rate also. So rate also reduced. So UK is tackling this pandemic very nicely.
Yeah, they have also said that as a student, you will be entitled for a vaccination. Yeah. If you come to the UK, all students will be vaccinated, even if you've been vaccinated in your home country.
Very good.
So you will be looked after. You will not be left alone. Certainly, the government will include you. Once you arrive, you will register with a doctor and a doctor's surgery. And once you're registered, you will be entitled to all the healthcare and all of the COVID care that any UK national is entitled to.
Thank you, Anthony. The next question is Vigneshwar Srinivas. I have Edexcel Pearson in software development with B Pass awarded in Jan 2020. I am from Colombo, Sri Lanka, completing my BSc in Business Information at ICBT on Cardiff Metropolitan University, UK. Waiting for its result on next month. Am I eligible for MSc in IT or competing field?
Okay, if you want to do an MSc, we're looking for the equivalent of a UK 2.2. We would obviously check that, and we would come back to you on that. And are you finishing at Metropolitan? I presume you're finishing at Cardiff Metropolitan University this year, completing my BSc in Business Information. It would all depend on what you get for your BSc in Business Information. Based on that, we could look at making you an offer. We'd be looking for a 2-2.
Yeah, and the mass needs 60%, 60% marks in bachelor, and that bachelor shouldn't be not like 5 years old.
Yes. Yeah.
So
well, it looks like he's finishing his bachelor's this year by the look of it, completing my bachelor's. So it certainly will be relevant.
Okay. Rashidul Islam, hello from Bangladesh.
Hello.
I don't know what is his question. Okay. Sajid Tasin Khan, what is the foundation or bachelor course tuition fees and how much deposit is required for CAS for Bangladeshi students? I think.
Okay, Bangladeshi students, at the moment, although it may change, the fee is for a bachelor course is £11,750. You are entitled up to a £2,000 international tuition fee, but for that you would have to pay 75% upfront before we issue the CAS. That would give you £1,000 scholarship fee. If you paid the full amount before the issue of CAS, you would get the full £2,000.
Wow, fantastic! It's like tuition fees
so
below
£9,750. You have the chance to study, which is almost the same amount as a UK student would pay.
Yeah, the UK students, they have to pay 9,000 to 10,000. So yeah, it's quite a reasonable tuition fees offering by the Glyndwr University. Okay, thank you. Ariful Haq, I am from Bangladesh. What is your question? Okay, Sajita Sinkan again. Do you have any master's courses with placement? If yes, how do I find those?
Yes, we certainly do. We have a course called Advanced Placement. If you go to the international, I believe I can place in the chat. I can place the link for the advanced placement. The advanced placement is a 3-month module which will go at the end of your master's course. And let me just go and find it. And it's a 3-month placement which costs £500. At the moment, the people who are doing it, it is all virtual placements, because with COVID, companies aren't allowing people due to social distancing rules. But we hope that once the COVID rules ease a little bit more, our students can get into the companies themselves and do the placements within the companies. So it's basically a 3-month placement where part of the course is yourself researching and finding the company that you work with. Once you found that company, you will submit a proposal form, which starts the assessment. You will then do a 3-month course, and every 2 weeks, your company will provide the university with a log about activities that you've been doing. And then on successful completion of the 3-month placement, you will get a certificate, which is in addition to your master's qualification.
So basically, it's a 1-year course and 1-year placement. The tuition fees also is...
a student is able, as far as a master's is concerned, a student is able to do a pre-master's course, which is an orientation course to allow you to make the best of your master's. So it includes some English, but it's not an English course. It's an academic course to orientate you towards the way that the UK higher education system works academically. So that's a 3-month pre-master's course. Then you will do your master's course, and then you have an option of doing the internship as well. So there are 2 courses, one either side, which you can do to complement your master's, or you can do the standard master's course on its own.
So basically, pre-master's is like a 3 months, and the main course plus placement altogether is a 27 months course.
Exactly. Yes, a 3-month pre-masters is possible, and then the 1-year masters course, and then there's another 3 months placement course you can do on top of that. I'll put in the
extended master's course.
Yes, I'm just going to put in the link now. So this is the link I've just put into the chat is the pre-masters course, and I'll put another link which is information about the internship as well. These are the 2 modules which complement the master's course. If you're doing business, engineering, or computing, both of these extra modules are available to you.
Thank you. So now, Jithin Saji, does the university provide support in finding part-time jobs? Also, is there any support after graduation? So,
okay, we do have a careers office, and they will help you where possible. Part-time jobs will be your responsibility, although most students find part-time jobs. There are supermarkets, there are fast food takeaways. You'll find a part-time job in an office even. UKVI state that you are allowed to work 20 hours in part-time work as you're during term time as a student. During holidays, you can extend that to 40 hours. But yeah, there are part-time work normally opportunities available. At the moment, things are a bit strange with COVID, but we hope that obviously once things settle down back to normal, those part-time vacancies will become available again once again. Support after graduation, as I said, we do have a careers office, and they will certainly help you look for work if you're deciding to stay on maybe with the graduate route or whatever. They'll help you to look for placements in companies and help you with your CV as well.
Thank you, Anthony. There's another question from Arifudo. What is the requirement for undergraduate? I think he's from Bangladesh.
For Bangladesh, let me do a quick check. Bangladesh depends if you're looking to do an undergraduate program or a postgraduate. We normally ask for an undergraduate program. We ask if you to enter year 1, higher secondary certificate, 70%. Okay, an approved foundation course, or a HND with a grade point average of 4.5.
Okay, very good. Basically, most of the universities in the UK are not giving this opportunity, but Glyndwr is giving this opportunity after completing 12th grade, means HSC from Bangladesh. Students can study direct bachelor if they have 75% marks.
Yes. We're happy to consider applications from those grades.
And how about the foundation? If any students get less than 75%, then you offer them.
We're not currently running a foundation course for students from Bangladesh or from India. This is something we've made a decision based on with the visa with UKVI. So hopefully that will change soon. But at the moment, we're not running foundation courses.
But bachelor, the students can get? Directly?
Yes, bachelor certainly you can apply for.
Fantastic. For the September intake?
For the September intake, yes.
Okay, thank you. Sharmin Islam, sir, you have classroom lectures
or online classes
because of COVID-19?
Because of COVID-19, at the moment, all our classes are digital, they're online. I would say about 30% of our students are actually in the UK. The rest are studying from their home countries. Looking forward to September, the idea is that we will have some form of hybrid sort of teaching platform going ahead. It all depends on how the government see COVID going. And as I say, the vaccine rollout is playing out very well in the UK. We hope that restrictions will ease enough that we can bring back face-to-face classes. We are in the same position as all universities. The government today have said that digital learning can be extended until next April. So there is the possibility that at least the first semester may be digital or some form of hybrid learning. But the higher education sector is making all efforts to bring back face-to-face classes. But the thing is, we have to make sure that you are safe and that the environment is safe when that does happen.
Thank you, Tony. So one more question from Jitin. He is asking, can I apply for MDS graphic design if I do not have an undergraduate degree in design related field, but has got 2 years of work experience as a designer?
Okay, we'd ask you for 2 years work experience. We normally ask for 3 years work experience, but you could certainly make the application and we treat it on an individual basis depending on the type of work experience that you've got.
And also their merits in previous qualification. So is it necessary for the any kind of design course, student must have to provide a certain amount of work experience?
We do, yeah. We look very favourably on work experience in master's courses. The reason mainly for that is if you jump straight from an undergraduate course to a master's course, it does decrease the value somewhat of your master's degree. The company, when you're going for a job, companies do like to see some experience behind the master's degree that you have.
Okay, thank you. Rashidul Islam Khan. I have done bachelor from UWIC and postgraduate from Malaysia with dual degree award, that a program from Asia Pacific University Technology and Innovation, Malaysia. So student graduated from Malaysia, and Staffordshire University, UK. So I am allowed to pass my MBA without IELTS.
To pursue your MBA. From what you write there, it certainly seems possible. We'd need to look at your application on an individual basis, as I said, with regards to the English qualification. But if you've done a degree in English and it's a UK degree, then it seems quite likely that you will get a favourable response.
Yeah, thank you. Ruhul Amin also asking on behalf of my friend, do you accept more than 10 years study gap with relevant managerial work experience for MBA courses?
If by that you mean you've got 10 years work experience as a manager, then we would consider that certainly for an MBA course, just from the experience that you've got.
So study gap, you accept case by case?
Yes, when somebody's coming with such extensive work experience, we'd obviously have to look into the type of work experience you've got, but we certainly would consider that as a strong indicator for the ability to do the course itself.
So if the student finished their bachelor in, say, example, 2010, and then within this 10 years time, they studied, they worked somewhere and got promotion, and they would like to study some kind of master's course in Glyndwr. So you will accept it based on the work experience?
Well, I can't say we'd accept it outright. We'd have to look at the individual situation, but certainly, depending on the type of experience you've got, then it would stand you in very good stead to moving on to an MBA.
Thank you very much. Ruhul Amin, passed degree pass course BSc 2020, whereas my subject was physics, botany, geology. Also SSC 2013, HSC 2015, science, and got 4.5 and 3.75. Okay, is it possible without IELTS or with Duolingo or OIETC to get?
We don't accept Duolingo. It's not. We don't see. It's not recognised as a secure exam. So whether or not you could do it with IELTS, as I said, when you're looking for at English, it was the degree taken in the English medium. That's something that's not mentioned here. So that's something we'd have to look at. Again, we'd look at it on an individual basis.
So he also mentioned about OIETC, is Oxford International English Test. Do you accept it?
The Oxford, I don't think that's listed down as one of our tests. No, it's not listed down. Trinity, we certainly do. Let's go back to... No, I thought as much. No, we don't consider the Oxford.
Okay. Yeah, recently many universities is adopting this English test as his authentic English test. So that's why maybe he has taken OIETC.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not one that's been validated yet within the university. We are continuously looking at new tests. If you'll see, there's one that we've recently added, which is language cert. That is one which can be taken from home.
Thank you, Tony. Are you know about the Duolingo test? No, they do not accept.
No, we are setting up our own internal secure test, which we hope will become active in September.
Okay, thank you. Good news for you, Arif. Hina, how much scholarship do you offering?
Okay, scholarships, as I mentioned, we offer up to £2,000 in scholarships, so it can take an undergraduate course down to £9,750.
Okay. Anna Premada, I have graduation in chemistry, 4 years degree with 68% marks. I want to study MBA. Do I need work experience to be accepted? How much scholarship can I avail?
Okay, scholarship-wise, as mentioned, you can have up to £2,000. And as far as do I need work experience, we do ask for work experience. You can make an application, but we do. It all depends on the faculty itself on what they're looking for. And at the moment they are asking for a minimum of 2 years work experience.
So I think for MBA specifically, or for any master's qualification.
For MBA specifically, certainly. Other master's ones, it depends on the subject itself within the faculties.
Say human resource management or international business. Then
Master, yeah, MBA. We do an MBA in marketing. We're just about to launch an MBA in international management. We do an MBA in human resources. So we do, we have a vast range. We do ask for some work experience, though. Again, it's in your favor to have some work experience. This is the reason we do it. Because if you go straight from an undergraduate course to an MBA or to a master's course, often in the work environment, you'll find that they don't value an MBA as much without work experience to back it up. It also helps you when you're doing your studies as well, because you can apply real life knowledge to the studies.
Thank you, Tony. Do you offer any internal English test? Yes. It's coming.
Yes, it's in its trial phase at the moment, so we will have it by September, we hope.
Fuzul Ching, do you have any medicine course after which students can start career as a doctor? Okay.
No, we don't do medicine degrees. We do nursing degrees, but unfortunately they're not validated for international students.
Okay, so not at all, or you are thinking you're gonna bring in?
Not at the moment. It is being looked at, but at the moment they're not validated, unfortunately.
Okay. Alternatively, student can study biomedical science or biological related.
Yeah, certainly we do biomedical science as a master's, and that's certainly available. Psychology is available, but direct medicine courses, nursing to be a doctor, unfortunately, we don't do medicine degrees to become a doctor. We do nursing degrees, but say at the moment they're not validated.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, nursing they're not offering anyways for the international. Cars Gauge, what is the deadline of application and deadline for the payment? Good question.
Okay, deadline for application is the 13th of August for an end of September start, and we're looking for normally payment starts before CAS.
So is there any CAS deadline?
I'll just check. I fear that it was reviewed just yesterday, actually, so I'll just check what. I shall be able to tell you. Okay, I'm just coming to it here. Here we go. Now for September, as I mentioned, application deadline Friday the 13th of August. CAS deadline is the 27th of August. So first payment deadline, Wednesday, the 18th of August.
Right.
Okay.
Abdul Qayyum, what is the academic entry requirement for direct master's program? I think you covered it.
Okay, well, it depends which country you're from and which.
I think it sounds he's from Bangladesh. So
Okay, a direct master's in which program are you looking for?
yeah,
MBA, engineering, computing.
Okay, I can see that he wants to study MBA.
MBA. Okay, so let me just have a quick look there. We are looking for Bangladesh a 3-year bachelor degree with a 55% score.
3 years bachelor degree.
Yes.
Not 4 years.
No, we have it here, a 3-year bachelor degree with a 55% score from Bangladesh.
Okay. This is very...
sorry, no, sorry. I was looking there at the wrong. No, we're looking for a postgraduate, a 4-year Bangladesh university, 4-year degree. 4 years bachelor degree from a good public or private university with 55% minimum grade. So an average point of 2.7.
Yeah, so if any student have 3 years of bachelor degree, will you offer them a pre-masters?
A pre-masters, we will offer them that, and they could possibly go with a 3-year bachelor degree. They could go into year 2.
Okay, so they will
of
get
an undergraduate course. Yeah, that's where the confusion was.
Okay, thank you. Do you offer on-campus accommodation?
Yes, we've got an on-campus block, which is right next to the train station, so it's very easy for transport, and it's a very modern block. And it has, as I say, a series of floors. Each floor has 6 rooms in it. Each room has ensuite accommodation, and with the other 5 people on that floor, you will share a kitchen and a common living area. The price for that is £115 a week. Apart from that, there is accommodation outside the university itself. Wrexham is not a big town, so you're able to get from the other accommodation and into the university quite quickly. And that accommodation starts at £85 a week.
Thank you, Tony. Afsana Jilik, what is the maximum gap accepted for UG and PG course?
Okay, maximum gap that we will accept is, I'm just checking, it's no more than 2 years.
For the bachelor?
Yes, between bachelor and the postgraduate course.
A postgraduate as well for 2 years?
No, we accept the gap between. Is this what we're talking about? The gap between when you finish your undergraduate and you want to do a postgraduate? Yeah, yes. We expect 2 years from when you finish your undergraduate. So we're looking at of more than 2 years.
So
2 years or more.
Any student will finish their 12th grade in 2015, then they will not be able to apply that because it's a 5 years gap. But if they will finish in 2018, there is a possibility to get admission in bachelor.
In bachelor or in postgraduate?
Bachelor.
Are we talking moving from... Right.
Yeah, for bachelor entry, 12th grade, they finished in 2018.
Then it should be no more than 2 years.
Okay. Okay, because sometimes because of COVID, so many students were not able to get admission. So
yeah, no, that has to be 2 years or less to be valid.
Fantastic. Thank you. Avai Joseph, I did not join on time, so not quite sure if you talked about the London campus of the university.
Well, the London campus now, we don't have the London campus anymore. Okay. We've expanded within North Wales itself, so we've gone from 2 to 4 campuses in North Wales, but we don't have the London campus.
Okay, sorry, Avai.
So how much is the tuition? As we said, if you're looking at an undergraduate, it's 11,750, possibility of a scholarship of £2,000. And the deposit, normally it's between 50 to 75%, depending on the credibility interview, depending on the area where you come from. But normally at the moment, we're asking 75%. That will also give you a guaranteed £1,000 scholarship as well. So it'd bring the price down by £1,000.
Just a quick question. Do you have any regional restriction from India or from any other country?
A regional restriction in which way?
Like the education board. For example, if any student studied in Gujarat board or studied in
from India, for example, we do not normally accept from the Punjab, and I think it's Gujarat. Apart from that, we do a credibility interview, and we have an office in country. They will do the credibility interview, and they will decide on an individual basis.
So Punjab, you do not accept. How about Haryana?
Yes, I think we do accept from there. But as I said, given that they pass the credibility interview, maybe there will be some extra restrictions because of the area that you come from. We will not deny you for applying for the university, but maybe there will be some more restrictions due to the type of education board you may have done your exam and anything that we hear from UKVI with requirements or rules.
It's a case by case. If it's a very
certainly,
strong definitely.
Yeah. Which is why once you've made the application and you've had a conditional or even an unconditional offer letter, you will then undergo a credibility interview within country itself, and then we would be able to specify any restrictions or any possible sort of filters that may be applied.
Thank you, Tony. The next question is Ubajiwa Sara Chandra is Sri Lanka. For a Sri Lanka student who has A grade for AL English, so A-level English, so he got A grade.
A-level English. Yeah. In that case, he's obviously, is it an A grade, a Sri Lankan qualification we're looking at there, or have you done it through an international school?
I think it's Sri Lankan qualification.
Sri Lankan. In that case, we'd look at it as you got an A grade in an A-level English. We'd certainly look at that on an individual basis. We'd have to see, obviously, the rest of your course in what medium that was conducted in as well, because the fact that you've done an A-level in English could mean that you've got advanced English, where we're looking for a B2 and above. So it certainly could qualify you for entry. So it would have to be looked at on an individual basis, but it certainly would be taken as a positive.
Thank you, Tony. Is there any starting from January?
No bachelor courses, no. The bachelor courses are starting in September, end of September. There are postgraduate courses which run throughout the year. We have 6 intakes throughout the year. Some of them are pre-masters and some are substantive masters. So we haven't quite published the timetable yet, but we do have 6 intakes throughout the academic year.
For masters only?
For masters courses only, yes.
And for foundation and bachelor, it will start from September.
Foundation, possibly there'll be one starting in January, certainly in September. Undergraduate, graduate courses, they only run from September. They run from the start of the academic year.
So in a sense, I can say that from January, you guys will offer, it's like a integrated class for the foundation and the bachelor.
Yes.
Yeah, that is okay.
Yeah.
So Ruhul,
there will be course specific subjects within the foundation course itself.
Okay, thank you.
And then it will run on the end of it. You will run on then into the one that starts in January is a more intensive course. So it prepare you in time for the next graduate course that runs.
Okay, application deadline, Kaz, we also mentioned, which is 15th of August.
13th of August for the application deadline.
13th of August.
Yeah.
Sharmin, do you accept MOI instead of IELTS? I don't think so. No.
No.
Okay, Sajita Sin, for undergraduate, do you accept 75% in HSC? I've got checked website, but it doesn't say so.
It's not on the website. We'd need to look at it individually. Which country?
I think he's from Sajid Tahsin Khan. I think either he's from Pakistan or from Bangladesh.
From Pakistan and Bangladesh. I can see here, no, it's not listed. We would, higher secondary certificate, a grade point of 4.5 I've got here for an undergraduate course. How that relates to a 75%, I'm not sure. So we'd need to look at that from an individual point of view. But we certainly...
Yeah, yeah, so you want to say something?
Yes. No, I say we'd look at it from individual.
Yes, okay, fine. So Sajid, you can contact us. You can send us an email at admission@bwbsolutions.co.uk, or you can call us. If you are from Pakistan, we have office in Pakistan, and also if you are from Bangladesh, you can call us. We have office in Dhaka and Sylhet, so you can get these all details from our website. Thank you, Sajid. What is the main course starting in Jan? I think it's published on the website.
The ones for January at the moment, the postgraduate courses, it's not published at the moment. It will be quite soon, but the courses starting are business, engineering and computing.
Okay, thank you. The one more questions is coming. Questions is keep coming anyways. Kaza, do you do integrated course in September? So you are not offering any foundation in September?
No, not at the moment.
Yeah. So from Bangladesh and India, or from any country?
Bangladesh, Pakistan and India. At the moment, the foundation isn't available.
Okay, so if any student from Africa region, they can apply for foundation? African,
yes. At the moment, they can, yes.
Okay, fantastic. I think Johnny, so Tony, you have anything to say if you want to close the
No, just that we look forward to seeing all of you on campus if possible. We've got a growing international community. We've got very, very strong and very good feedback from all our international students. As I said, we take great care in the welfare of the students, especially at the moment with COVID. We're extremely happy to be working with BWB Solutions, and we know, and one of the reasons we took them as an agency is we know that they will consider you first and your needs first when it comes to choosing the correct course and the correct university.
Yeah, thank you, Tony. It was a lovely session with you, and it's my pleasure. Have a good day. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Anthony. Bye.